I'm here to promote a
Okay. So
okay.
can you see the the kind of the writing I write about the PDF file right now, because I'm sharing
Yes,
it.
I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Okay.
can see.
I'm here to promote the counter-intuitive way of learning Chinese. I mean, my opinion, our language is to be written and read and not to be spoken. I mean, in modern context, because Chinese is not as convenient as English. I mean, in terms of in terms of user friendliness. Okay, because it's a symbolic language. Symbolic language is to be appreciated through its visual aesthetics rather than codified or deciphered phonetically like those European languages. So I deliberately avoid teaching the pronunciation of the 5 characters I'm going to introduce you today. Can you recognize this word? For example, this word, have you ever seen it before? I'm just curious.
I saw it before, but I cannot tell what it means and how do you pronounce it. I cannot tell
Oh,
anything
so
about
we
it.
just forgot the pronunciation. I just want to view it as a symbol, as an art. Okay, that word is called woman. The reason why,
Yeah.
yeah, the reason why, you know, the way it's shaded. Do you mind just writing it? Because I'm curious about your handwriting, about how you write woman. Do you mind writing it? Just use your own creative way to write to copy the
The
word
symbol.
woman. Woman. Yeah, the word
The
is
symbol.
woman. Yeah, this is a
The
word
symbol.
woman. Yeah. And the reason why the way woman is written this way, because in our culture, women in the ancient time, they kneel and acting submissive and obedient. Just and also before 20th century, the word she does not exist in. It did not exist in Chinese. Okay, for example, it's like you see the picture of a woman in ancient time. She's kneeling down, so the word become this way, and it develops like through different stages. The word woman is now in this. So you just, for example, if you want to learn the pronunciation, it's called Nui, but I just feel maybe you should just be familiar with how it is written, like taken as a font of R.
Wait a bit. I'm just trying to figure out, like, a bit the audio.
Yeah, but just this is the word woman written in Chinese, so maybe you can just practice like how to write it first. Yeah, and then you see the logic, because the way, because in Chinese culture in ancient time, women is especially this way. So they kind of try to make that word it turn into a phone, so it becomes like that. So that's the word woman. Yeah.
Wait a bit. I cannot see anything. I have to turn on the headphones again.
Oh, okay, but anyway, the recording is there. Okay. So this is the word woman, okay, in ancient time, because they expected women to kneel down and act obedient. So the word of woman is shaping this way, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a development, okay, because woman is kneeling and acting submissive. And also the word,
Can I
okay.
get a second, like, just a notion, like, like, are you ready? Can I comment a bit, like make a
Oh yeah,
comment?
sure. Yeah, because I'm more than welcome.
So the thing is, like, what, it's similar, like prospects, like, of, like, Sumerian, like, we started as symbols as well, as just drawings.
Oh, so
Okay.
what exactly do you mean, man?
And in time, like, we started as drawings, like, instead of, like, as writing, like we drew. And later those drawings evolved to, to similar symbols,
Yeah. It's kind of development. They try to make the word more convenient for writing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, they try to just popularize the film. Now is the official language. Woman is written in this way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and also you see. So what does three women mean? Three women put together. What does the word mean?
Noise.
No, it means rape. Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
weird, right? Like, so you see
Yeah.
the logic is very weird. For example, I heard a joke about like some Westernified Chinese language, very beautiful. So he kind of just tattooed three women on his chest, and it says rapist in Chinese, and he didn't know about that. So that is very funny. So three women stack a triangularly make out the character rape in Chinese. It just suggests the excess of a female presence invites intrusion. It have too many women. People would men would want to just maybe attack women. So rape is a suggestive like excessive of a female energy that invite intrusion. So being female is about the acceptance of intrusion. So it's like a
Yes.
too many women out there in triangular shape means rape in Chinese. So it's a logic. So what kind of comment you have for this? Yeah, it's developed from the word woman, and then three women together means rape in Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, so you see, it's also the funny part about how rape is formed in Chinese. It's like a so for example, okay, now we talk about these words. So it's also developed from the word woman. This word means slave in Chinese. Do you know why it's called slave? It's like a woman, a hand is touching a woman, and then the woman cannot do anything about it. So it's a twisted form of a woman, and you see the hand, and so it developed into this way. Yeah, so it's like and the hand reaches out to toy with the bonded female who is at anyone's disposal. Yeah, so you see it's like a hand and reaching out a woman, and so it developed into this. Yeah, so it means a slave. So like a slave is also coming from the word woman. So you see the development from woman, rape, and the slave is it's like anything weak is related to women in our culture. Yeah,
But don't you think what slave developed first before the rape? Like, first woman, then slave, and then rape.
You mean first woman and then slave, and then what do you mean?
In terms of it would be more consistent. It would appear like, woman, slave, rape,
Woman, slave, rape. Okay. You mean the order of the words? Okay. Tell you the truth. Yeah. Woman first, and then later maybe rape and a slave. I think the order is like okay, you have to have a woman first, and then you find that too many women make you want to rape her. So the word rape is coming, and then you find out if a woman cannot do anything to fight back, she's a slave.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the logic, right? It's like a woman rape and a slave. It's like it's so everything has everything to do with women. So we talk about women, right? So we now talk about man. Okay, that's the word man in Chinese.
Wait a bit. I don't. Okay.
The word man in Chinese, okay, the character man is embodied through the combination of a farming tool. For example, you see, in the ancient, it's a field, right? So if because Chinese culture just start like in agriculture industry, so we kind of it's like a man is defined by his strength to work in the farm. So it's a tool for farming. So a man is like some kind of force in farm. So it's like the word power is a farming tool. So like a force beneath a farm. So this word means field in Chinese. So like it's like a force beneath the field. Means man, that means power and like productivity. So man is defined by his productivity in terms of a Chinese culture. You know what I mean? So that is the word man. Man is defined by his productivity and his strength and the force. Yeah, in terms of agriculture working, like a farming, Yeah, so the word is the word man. So what's your comment about that? So it's the original form, and then it developed into this. It's now the standard phrasing, standard visual form of a man. Yeah, you see the development. So it's kind of so it's kind of easier if you perceive the language through the visual form. It's actually easier, and also it kind of has more impact about your cultural sensibility. I suppose people learn another language just to try to be like maybe culturally, I mean, become culturally diverse, I suppose.
Yeah.
So if you really want to get into Chinese language, you should try to understand how the phone works and why the word is shaping this way. So I just began simply with like a gender, a woman, rape, and the slave. And I think the word man and the woman just maybe happen at the same time, because in any culture, it's like the original gender is always binary, man and woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the one. So he man is like defined by his productivity and his strengths. Is in terms of the Chinese culture. Yeah, and also if you want to learn
Yeah, I understand this.
the word, this is the force, and this one is called feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and also I wanna teach. So I also wanna teach you something very very just this is the word sodomy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because a man without a force and replaced with a woman beneath, that means like being being sodomized. Yeah, you see
Yeah.
the word man, right? And
Yeah.
and if a man without force and replaced with a woman, that means sodomy. Yeah, so the character sodomy remains unknown to the majority. Even Chinese people don't know the word sodomy, how to write it. It's an ancient word. So I just teach you something very rare. Even among Chinese, we don't really know about that unless you really do some research. The way why it's written that way, because usually sodomy is addressed as a rape of a chicken in Chinese. In Chinese imagination, chicken is often associated with the prostitute and the anus. Yeah, because the word chicken in Chinese is actually often used to refer to just refer to like used to call prostitute someone's asshole. I don't know why. And also in Taiwan, we are a traditional we are a country using traditional Chinese. So fried chicken's anus is actually a snack food in Taiwan, where traditional language is still in use. Yeah. So you know, can you imagine eating like a fried chicken's anus? But I never tried it because I find it kind of weird. But it's kind of sold down on the street as some kind of snack food. But I kind of find it weird to eat chicken's ass. You know, chicken's anus. You know what I mean? So I mean, if you visit Taiwan, would you try chicken's anus? I mean, the food, like a fried chicken's anus.
Yeah, I have this like that dish so.
Yeah, but I also heard some kind of superstitions. Like my mother tell me, you should never eat fried chicken's anus, because if you eat fried chicken's anus, you will just you will do poorly in school. It's like you will get flunked because you are in the ass. So some
Okay.
people some people actually have that kind of that kind of bias. So I never really eat that because my mother told me that. So and also I find it weird to eat chicken's asshole. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
like it is like a dish in some other Asian countries, like but it's more like chicken intestine, so.
yeah, I don't mind my eating intestine, but I really have a problem with the assholes. I don't know. I don't want not eat any animal's asshole. I just find it weird, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So in this logic, it's like a man devoid of force. Force is this word replaced with woman, so becomes a character sodomy, or that word also means a male prostitute who function as a submissive female role in sexual intercourse. It's like if you doing same-sex intercourse among men, if the one who takes the penetration is this word. So these 5 words is all about gender, like a man, woman, and also the sexual practice, like in dream film. So you find the pleasure of this language, right? So it's like you see like how you can just change the word and try to develop into something. You know, most people don't know how to write this word, and I know it because I have done some research actually. Yeah. For example, I mean, maybe in one of my artwork, okay, maybe I just show you a artwork I did about chicken's asshole, okay, but not
Yeah.
chicken's asshole, okay, sodomy, okay. Okay, I think I did some work about how to just maybe render the concept of sodomy, and let me see. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is an ancient word like sodomy in written in ancient form. It's in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe later I will mail you the file, but of that, so it's kind of like a gift. I just want to show you how to perceive our language from the sense of the form and the visual aesthetic, because I know you are also an artist and that you also make drawings, and I see some of your drawings, so I feel you have enough sense of art to appreciate the form. Yeah, and you are very you are full of imagination. So I just feel it will be you will be very ideal to be involved in this kind of a new type of a Chinese learning. Yeah. So it's like I mean maybe I would just teach you 5 words for each week. So how do you think? Do you want to be involved? So I can just think about 5 words and how to tell you the logic and how to perceive the 5 words. Yeah, each week. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can commit for like, every week.
I don't know. I don't know. I just asking. And also, if you want to learn these 3 words, and you can just write it down. Is I can learn how to write it first. Yeah. And yeah, it will be very cool. It's
I
like,
could
oh,
commit like, like once per month.
okay, sure.
I
Yeah,
think.
of course. Yeah. And we just being like a friendly, like a cross culture exchange. So I don't really think there's any problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, just do you think you can manage to learn how to write these 5 words next time we talk online? Oh,
Yeah, like look, can I
yeah.
show you?
Yeah, maybe you can practice writing it and show me your handwriting, because I'm really curious like how your Chinese handwriting will look. Oh yeah, that's very cute. Yeah, that's kind of
But I
cute.
don't see it
Yeah,
myself. Like, what do you see on camera? Wait a bit.
yeah.
Uh,
I see that in the camera.
okay.
It's very cute. Yeah. You now you know how to write rape, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that means suddenly, and the other one means man, and also I need to remind you, because I saw you were writing about man. Uh, this this part need to go up, because if you don't go up, that would be knife. So the part has to stick out. The fourth part, the part had to stick out. Yeah. For example, I use like
I see
a
here, like, like I myself, like, like imagine this is a window.
yeah. So the
It's to me
part
like somehow easier to memorize.
okay, maybe I just writing in front of you to show you how to write it. For example, you have to stick out the part. This part has to stick out. If you don't, for example, if you don't stick out, that word will be. This word means knife in Chinese. And if you
Okay,
want
show
to,
me again like how it was drawn, like because like I thought like this is quite like like can you show me
okay,
the
okay,
okay?
how to write man? For example, you write a field for you write a
So
field
which
for.
part should be stick out? Like the left one, yeah?
Yeah, so you should stick out like that. So yeah, this part had to stick out. So yeah, so that's man, because if you don't stick out, you are not man. Okay,
But like
just try.
there, show me with the mouse, like what is like here, like uh, I see. You mean like that in the middle, like now? It's
Yeah.
a
The
bit
middle, this part had to.
now.
Yeah. Absolutely right. You do it right. Yeah, great. Yeah. So this means man. You have to stick out. That part has to stick out to be able to like perceive as man. And you
Uh,
doing right on woman the race. So how about slave? So how you write slave? Let me see.
it's the same as women, just two of them. Like
No, slave. Okay, maybe I show you how to write slave. Okay, you see my like yeah. Okay, I show you how to write slave. For example, you have to write a woman first, right? And then you have to do
yeah,
this. Yeah.
I cannot see it now. Can you show
Oh,
me? I see man still.
Oh, okay, maybe it's internet connection, but oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
sorry, yeah, these, yeah,
It doesn't move. Ah, here we go.
Okay, maybe I write it again, okay, for you, okay.
So yeah, it's like two women like on repeat, I suppose. Like,
okay, this is a woman and a slave need to be this. This is a slave. So you have to,
okay.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You know how to write slave, and you know how to write woman, and you know how to write rape. Wow, that's great. So many people who have spent like maybe decades in Taiwan, they don't really know how to write woman or slave or rape or sodomy. So you are genius. and also, do you want to learn some strange local slang? For example, the word nymphomania is like in Chinese is called 3A. 3A means nymphomaniac, and 3A is a code word in Chinese that means like annoying, noisy, and man crazy woman. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you so this word in Chinese, this is a word like a Chinese slang, like universally known by Chinese people. It's like even in Hong Kong or in China or in Taiwan, people speak Chinese. If you call them these two number, especially on women, it means very something negative. It means that you are unattractive female. Yeah, like either you are like a man crazy nymphomaniac, or you just very annoying, very noisy, and very gossipy, like a negative female quality. Do you know why the word AS3A is a 3A? Because in ancient time, okay, in the beginning, it's actually just happens when like in the 19th century, like Western people just get into China, for example, the Opium Wars, right? So the country had to allow Europeans to get into the China in the 19th century. Yeah, it's a word created during the colonial rule because some foreigner has some Western male has interest dating Chinese women, and but our government just but the king and the queen feels very inappropriate for women to date a foreign man, to date Western men. So it's like only like a grand 3 days for Chinese women to date Western men. It's like a 8, 18, and 28. There are 3 days you can date foreign men during within a month. Yeah, so people so women who just use that 3 days to date Western men are just call this word means you are just really man crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so it is kind of very interesting, right? So this have actually, and also there's another slang in Taiwan. Okay, 7 and 8. Do you know what does that mean in Taiwan?
No.
It means it means cunt. It means pussy.
Okay.
Yeah. So example is like during local slang, if you call someone, they said if you shout that word, that means you fucking cunt. That yeah. So it's a very impolite words. So it's so it's very impolite. Know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but it's kind of a Taiwan thing because the word sounds like a Taiwan, or some people would say, for example, the English in character G, right? GA also means like you fucking count in Taiwan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like you type GA and the people will know that you are calling her like you fucking bitch, you fucking count, that kind of a language, Yeah, so now you know how to swear and how to how to insult women. Yeah, in this word for so there are lots of words. So the next time, what kind of things you're curious to know, because I think gender is interesting. You're interested in fire, water, land, because they are different separ. Fire, water, okay. The 5 element, you choose one element, and I try to come up with something interesting. Fire, land, water, air, and fire, water, land, fire, water, earth, and air. and the go. So you choose five. Among these five elements, you choose one element. Next time I will get ready for that five element. I mean, so you choose one like between go, earth, water, air, and earth. You choose an element. So I will come up with something interesting. You choose an element between these five. What would you choose?
We should choose from the elements.
Yeah, among these five elements, I was thinking about something.
Okay. Air, fire, what else, like, you know?
Oh,
Earth?
you want to know you want to know about fire?
No. Tell me five, like, of them, like, again. Like,
Okay, fire, earth, water, and go,
air.
and the air.
And before the air, what was that, like, you know?
Fire. Okay.
No.
Go. What?
What is go?
Go. Golden. Go.
But gold is not an element.
Okay, but in Chinese, we consider it an element. So many words develop from the word go. Yeah. And also the word wood. Okay. Gold, wood, a piece of wood. Okay. Water, fire, earth. Yeah, you between these five elements, you among these five elements, you choose one element. So next time I will develop something interesting for you to learn how to write it.
Okay, let's go. Let's take gold, like, you know, because I don't believe it's an element.
Oh wow, yeah. My mother say, okay, from Chinese astrology, my mother say I seriously in lack of a goal because my life accents I don't really have enough goal, but I afford of a wood. Yeah. If you want to know your Chinese astrology, you can mail me your for example your birthday and the time era you are born, and I can tell you your fortune. Yeah. Yeah, like what element you are lacking, that kind of thing. For me, I thought I someone who my interior energy, I thought of woods, but I don't have enough go. Yeah, so I kind of really suitable to get along with people who's filled with water, because water nourishes wood. You know what I mean? Also, you want gold. Okay. I was thinking something very interesting, like also 5 words about gold. So maybe you could create art related to these 3 words I just teach you today. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like some kind of a creative, and then you show me like your creation, like your element, what the 5 element you come up with. Yeah, also I can create a page for you if you want. Yeah, because I just doing some
it's
kind
not
of
necessary.
yeah, I just
Not
doing some kind
necessary.
of some kind of experiment with that, and I'm very happy because you are very like linguistically diverse and talented, because you can jump from different kind of European language, and then you can you speak Russian?
I speak mainly, my native is Lithuanian, like, you know, then English my second, and Russian is my third language.
Yeah, and also you can speak, and then you have some idea about Latin, and I'm really amazed. And
Yeah, I have, like, you know, basic knowledge, like, you know, like the most basic, like, you know, just like, you know, I can you know, read and understand like at least like 1/3 of sentence usually.
okay.
But you know, like it's not definitely it's not enough to say what I understand and I can speak in it.
Yeah, but anyway, I have no idea. So how about Greek? Can you do Greek?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you still have some limit. I happy. So you just last time you asked me the hardest language to me, I feel I would say Russian or Greek. I think, yeah, or and the Latin.
If you would ask, like I would choose like not Indo-European languages, like so. To me, like any non-Indo-European language seems like very hard. You know.
Okay. For me, I kind of really focus on English and French and the German. That's all I know. Yeah. I mean,
I mean, like, you know, like in this, when you hear related languages, like, you know, you can clinch on something, like you understand, like something is similar, like, you know.
yeah. But
But
somehow
when it's not of the same family, like you complete, like it seems like alien language to you, like, and need to learn like everything from the start, you know.
Yeah. And so I just say,
And
but
you need
the
like a lot of patience, like, and a lot of time for that, like, which you know, like, is automatically scaring you, like, you know, you are scared to even to start, like, often, like, you know.
yeah. Okay, so we just can you see the my writing pad, like the drawing? So I just repeat it. Okay, woman.
Okay.
Okay, and rape. Okay,
Yeah, woman, three women, like in a triangle.
yeah. Okay, and slave.
Slave.
Yeah. And remember, you must leave some space over this part. Some this part must be has some space, not closed. You
Okay.
see? Okay, and man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I'm not doing good writing. Okay, I just do it again. Okay, man.
Yeah.
And remember, this part must stick out. Yeah, and and prostitute or sodomy, but that just purposely refer to male prostitute, like a man act like a woman. Yeah, men being the maybe in English slang that would be like a term like a fucky. Yeah, yeah. So that's the word fucky in Chinese. Yeah, but most people don't know this word because this is a very ancient word, and some people are losing it. But it's actually it's still there, existed, but unknown to most. So this is very special knowledge. Yeah. So I
You
just
mean like, you know, it doesn't exist in like how do you call it,
I
simplified?
mean, people say it, but usually people say use the word chicken to replace this word.
Okay. What is it like in simplified? Like, you know, how do they call it?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like differently, yeah.
These 5 words also the same with simplified language. They actually the same because it's already very simple. Yeah. So simplified Chinese, these 5 words also works the same. But this is ancient words.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, but usually we now no one remembers it, but most people just replace this word with the word chicken. But the chicken is a little bit
Yeah,
too
I understand.
complicated. I don't know. Just for example, like in European in medieval culture, it's like I don't know why Western culture is very obsessed with goat. For example, like the Greek mythology, Dionysus, like a goat, half human. It's like always something sexual related to goat. Yeah,
You mean satyr?
yeah, satir, yeah, but he's half man, half goat, right? But our language is very obsessed with chicken. I don't know why. It's like everything negative is chicken. Yeah. So usually most people forget how to write this, and then they kind of replace the word with the word chicken. But I can show you how to write chicken, but it's not easy. Yeah. So it's kind of a little bit too much for your person the level, but that's how chicken writes. Yeah, but I had to do something to explain it to get you the logic, so I cannot jump into it. So it's like you know what I mean. So it's a little bit too complicated. It's like a 5 words to digest. Yeah. So now you know how to write these 5 words, right? So I'm very happy that you're able to write these 5 words and you do it right. Yeah. Then if you create some art related to these 5 words, let me know because I would be really curious and interested. Yeah. Yeah. So I suppose that's all we can talk today. So do you have any feedback or question related to these 5 words or any feedback in terms of the content? Yeah.
Yeah. My feedback, like, you know, what are you hearing? Do you hear me?
Okay.
Well, like, you know, it's common, like, you know, a lot of common sense, like, and a lot, like, there is, like, some logic in it, like, you know, like, what, it's not, like, common sense, like, but there is, like, definitely some logic in that, like, you know.
Yeah, so you just had to learn the language through through certain part of the logic instead of pronunciation. You had to just
Yeah.
comprehend the language through visual forms. Yeah, it's not like
Yeah, yeah.
hard. Yeah, it's not like hard, and so it is the language dominated by the visual form, and most people ignore the visual form, and I find it such a waste and a pity. Yeah, so I just try to do something about it. That's all. Yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
if you manage how to write all these words and then to a certain point you learn the pronunciation, but I just feel I feel people are better in communicating in English. Yeah, because the English is built to be talk, built it's created to be spoken. Yeah, and pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Chinese is not built to be spoken. It's built to uh be looked at
Well,
to be.
I would say like it's not unique, like, like if you think about like Sumerian, like it had the same, like, evolution, like from drawing to symbols,
Yeah. So it's kind of just a bunch of symbols. Yeah. How about that? I teach you 5 words, and then if you want, you can just create art pieces related to these 5 words, and then you can
Mm.
write a Chinese in your own writing beside your pictures, beside your artwork. That
Yeah,
would
it's
be.
like also like very interesting what you can basically, like, learn like how to read it. You don't have to know how to speak it, but you could write it and read it in your own language.
Yeah.
You
So I
know,
just tell you
it is
why it
quite
is.
universal.
Yeah, so I just feel so that is better. For example, you just learn, for example, 5 words, how to write 5 words in a month, and then yeah, for example, a year you will know 50 words, and yeah, you will know
Yeah.
over 50 words, and that would be cool. And most people's vocabulary, I mean, people who cannot visit Asia, they cannot write 50 Chinese words. Yeah,
So
and
in a way, like it's cool what like for example, like even if you don't speak like a local language, like I don't know, like what kind
okay,
of
in my
local language like you
experience
can.
as someone hanging around like internationally between among all kinds of people from different kinds of nationality.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no. I mean, like, okay, let's take like Cantonese, like, yeah, like you don't speak Cantonese, no?
I do, and I do sing Cantonese songs, but they are different
Okay.
dialogue. So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
very
so let's say
construct.
like take like some other dialect which you don't understand, like, and you can, take their local newspaper, like, and read it and understand it,
Yeah, yes,
even
I
without
can. Yeah,
understanding the language itself.
yeah, but I
So,
mean, maybe I cannot speak or communicate, but I can read Cantonese newspaper. So so it's more constructive and more practical to learn how to write it because I can work
so in,
around.
so in a way, like, it has advantages, and then in a way it has minuses.
Not really a more advantage. For example, why Taiwan people like to travel in Japan because part of the Japanese language is Chinese words. So for example, I don't know any Japanese, but I can take Japanese subway because Japanese subway is written in Chinese.
Mm.
Because part of the
I don't,
language,
I don't I don't think, like, like, I think there are minuses. Like, first of all, like, it's a complex written language. Like, you have to memorize a lot of symbols.
yeah, but also I think it's more practical and more useful in long term if you memorize the simple first and then you know how to learn how to pronounce it later. Yeah, and then maybe you
Mm.
just learn how to pronounce the usual form like a ni hao ma, that kind of stuff, like the very basic stuff, like how to say sorry and yeah, stuff as such. But it's kind of more practical to get the logic of the words, like why the words are
Yeah.
the way they are. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Also, like, me, it is like harder to like learn language as well. Like, because like, in other languages you can read in terms of learning, because they have the sounds, they have the
Yeah,
grammar,
yeah, but in Chinese we
and
don't really have a specific grammar. We just people just really just use it randomly. So it's more about visual form and the combination.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like, so
yeah.
I think there are minuses, definitely.
Yeah, but every language have its minus, and every kind of
Yeah.
learning has its minus. Yeah, but just I just think there are more pros than cons in learning how to write it visually. Yeah, because in
Mm.
long term it's more sustainable. Yeah, and also if
Yeah.
you know how to write it and read it, you can actually just travel to Japan because Japan is because many Japanese words come from China. Chinese words.
Yeah.
For example, I can take
Yeah, but
subway in Japan. Even I don't know Japanese, because Japanese words, that's the word, I can read Japanese. Some
yeah, but
some
some
words
like, some words like in Japanese like are similar to European ways, like I can like they have still sounds,
Yeah. Because they are very unique culture, because they try to combine the symbolic language and also Western phonetics. They try to make a combination. So
I wouldn't say
Japanese.
like it's Western phonetic, like because like there are other languages like with similar systems. So yeah.
Yeah, but the Japan is a unique example because they try to combine with these two. Yeah. But but I don't have any idea about Southeast Asia language. Maybe you can speak to someone from Southeast Asia. But also there are also great many Chinese people in Chinese. I mean, people come from China. They migrate to Southeast Asia maybe hundreds of years ago to cultivate the land. The great part of the Southeast Asia also dominated by Chinese speaking the people. Yeah,
Well, Southeast Asia is like mixed. Like for example, Thai have their own scripture. Like Thai people have their own scripture.
Yeah.
But yet again, like Vietnamese, like have Latin. Like Filipinos use Latin as well. Like
Yeah. Because for example, you can just see a great like a great part of the French culture in Vietnamese
yeah,
food, because the
Indochina,
French, because they have been
Indochina.
colonized by the French before. So maybe that's why the food tastes so good, because I really have thing for Vietnamese food. Yeah. So how about you? So why is your favorite Asia cuisine in your I mean in your perception so far? So what kind of Asian food is your favorite?
I wouldn't say I don't have favorite. I don't like Vietnamese that much. But for example, like I like Thai. I like Chinese. I like
So what is the
what else
Chinese
I like?
food to you? Like the first thing you think about Chinese food, what is in your mind?
For me, like
Fried rice.
yeah, rice. Like like I
Yeah,
like fried chicken gizzards.
yeah. Do you know why fried rice? Because Southeast Chinese they came to America, came to San Francisco. So the worst perception about Chinese food is mainly come from Southeast China, because they are the first group of Chinese immigrant to America.
Yeah,
They are the group of people who created Chinatown. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like think about China, like they have like a lot of like different like and very different dishes, like from region to region. Like so, yeah, like it's very hard to generalize.
Yeah, but
You
that's
know.
why, but I teaching you something very universal. For example, in simplified Chinese, this word also looks the same. And the people who learn traditional Chinese first have no problem reading simplified Chinese, but the simplified Chinese reader have problem reading traditional Chinese. Yeah, so you know
Yeah,
what I mean. Yeah. So I just teach you the origin of the things, like how it is made. Okay, I was thinking about like the words related to go, and try to explain you how the logic is formed. Yeah.
yeah,
Next time we just be doing this kind of online talking and teaching and exchange. And I'm very happy you know how to write these 5 words right now. Yeah,
yeah,
and that definitely look forward. I mean, viewing your artwork related to them. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So what else do you have in mind? So we just are doing our 1 hour session. So I don't know, because I prepared 5 words for you specifically, and I also think you need some time to feel the words and to digest it and to feel inspired. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what else is you
Yeah.
need to?
I don't know. Like it's up to you. Like if I need like something to learn something different, like next month, like
Mm. Sure. So do you have any plan for Halloween? For example, Halloween, for example, Chinese have a Halloween, but we have a 1 month Halloween, because in Western country, Halloween is only like a 1 day. But
uh,
In China,
Shevan,
Chinese Halloween lasts for a month. Yeah, but usually they translate it as a ghost month. I find the
Shevan,
translate. Huh? Japan.
Like, Halloween is like, like not our celebration, like it's American or like, from British Islands.
Okay, so in your country, you don't have a Halloween. People don't do Halloween.
We don't have holiday. We have like All Saints.
Oh, it's just some kind of a party kind of stuff.
It's a Catholic celebration, like All Saints, like the Day
Oh,
of All
okay, yeah,
Saints.
yeah. Okay.
And we have like All Spirits Day, or like, other name like the Day of the Dead.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and I noticed that your city was once listed as a European capital of culture. It was like 1 year. Your city is listed on like various. So pardon my pronunciation. Various.
Vilnius.
Venice, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
really good at your
So
language.
during that day, like, of all, like the Day of All Dead, like, it's like you have to, like memorize, like, all dead people, like, like all the dead people, like, in your life, like, your
Oh
family
yeah.
and members and blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah.
And you have to visit like cemetery, put a candle, like, roughly in the same period, like it doesn't have to be the same day, like, and
Oh yeah.
also
We
like
also have that. We also have that. Yeah.
another tradition, like it is to leave like a plate of food
Oh, we also have that. Yeah. Oh, I found some
during
common
the
ground.
midnight
Oh
for
yeah.
the
But
dead
we
people
do like in the
to eat,
daytime. Yeah. Oh, so you also have that
yeah.
culture. Yeah, we also have that. But yeah. So maybe sometime I will teach you about death. But that's another
Yeah, like
topic. Yeah.
so
Okay.
yeah, like, during the night, like, like we see, like, ghosts and spirits of your family should come to visit you, like, and blah blah blah, like,
Oh
so
yeah. We also have that, and also we kind of, for example, the number 7 is actually related to funeral. It's like in traditional Chinese funeral, it's like
yeah.
the family had to stay there for 7 days to for the deceased family member to return to visit them for 7 days.
Yeah, so that's what we call the Day of All Spirits or the Day of the Dead, like, so yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's
We also have that. Yeah, we also have
Catholic.
that. Yeah. Okay.
So,
So, what kind of Christianity is mainstream in your country? Catholic or
Catholicism.
Catholicism? Okay, not Orthodox. I saw South Europe has more thing with Orthodox. How about Orthodox?
It's Southeast Europe, like, like Greece
Oh,
is Orthodox, like Bulgaria, like, like I'm all
oh,
like
okay,
like
Ah, so still your country is more Catholic. Yeah, I see.
yes, like, it's like, like Poland is Catholic, Lithuania is Catholic, and later after that, like anything to the east is Orthodox,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
to the north they are Lutheran, like,
Oh, yeah.
Latvia
I
and
know.
Estonia, and Finland is
Protestant. Yeah.
Lutheran, like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Protestants.
Yeah. I know. I read some European histories. So how about your understanding about Chinese history? You say you admire the kind of like a Chinese empress. You say she's sexy because
I,
she's
I
like.
I I don't admire like any emperors. Like I think it's like on just like system.
Okay. I mean, you say a woman king, and then you say she's sexy, and then yeah, and then you read some history about a woman who once been king, and like empress,
I
female.
didn't say like sexy like per se. Like
Yeah,
okay,
you
I'm
see,
a bit
yeah,
confused. What are you talking about now?
okay, yeah. Because I heard from many people say, oh, there was once a female king in China, and many people know about that part of the history and they say stuff, and I remember you told me that too. Yeah.
I don't know. Like so yeah, like it's just interesting. Like I'm like even like I'm interested like as well like how much like China like like in the ancient China
Oh, yeah. Ancient China.
was like for example aware of like Roman, like an ancient Roman Empire, like as well, like
Oh, okay,
they were like
yeah.
aware about each other's existence, like which is like very interesting for me, like
Oh, okay. Maybe I just tell you something like a bit of a differentiation between China and the Japan. For example, in China, it's like everything is China red, but in Japan, but we consider the color white as something related to death. But in Japan,
Mhm.
Japan think color, but we think the color of red is related, color white color is related to death. Usually people.
Yeah, in Japan.
But in
And
Japan,
in
why?
China, it is red, yeah?
No. In Japan, color of white related to something holy. So it's like all kinds of it's like what we consider unlucky is honor in Japan. For example, we like red, China red, but and we dislike white. White is usually appear in funerals, but the Japan like white. So Japan consider white lucky.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
in Chinese, like, it's white, like for death and.
Yeah. So you usually white envelope is only something you gave to the people whose family just died.
Okay,
Yeah, red
understand.
envelope. You kind of give someone red envelope in the Chinese New Year. It's just like a symbolize birth, and the white is a symbolize like a death. But in Japan, white is considered positive in Japan, and the Japan is the only country who also spend Christmas in may celebrate Christmas in Asia. Yeah, but usually, for example, Korean they do Chinese New Year's, and Japan doesn't do Chinese New Year. Japan do like Christmas.
Obviously, like that's that has like Chinese in the name.
Yeah, what do you mean has the Chinese in the name?
I mean, like Chinese New Year's, like not Japanese New Year's.
Yeah, so like in some like Asian immigrant, the kind of protest is like we should change Chinese New Year into Asia Lunar New Year because it's not a thing for China because other Asia countries are also doing Chinese New Year. For example, Vietnam, Korea, they also celebrate Chinese New Year, but they want to just get rid of the Chinese element, even it's a Chinese culture. Yeah, but they don't want to just they try not to show that how deeply their culture is influenced by China. So they want to change
or
the name.
Maybe like it was like pretty like Chinese influence, like like just
they want to change the English translation as Asia Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
So that's how the word is. It's like a very interesting stuff as such. So how about the word love? Do you like to learn the word love? I mean, next time, but you say you want something gold. So maybe we can just do some design, gold, death, life, love. And let me think about another thing related to gold. Okay, I will think about something interesting next time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and also I had to write a script for that. You see how you see the work I put down into this. Yeah. Yeah, and that happy you can write. Maybe next time I will ask you. Do you still remember how to write it? Write these 5 words. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for joining this experiment. Yeah. Maybe that would be it today. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you what will you do with record? Like like you're recording the video. Like, so what you will do with that video?
Oh, I would just show you people like how to.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I talking to you.
I cannot hear you now for some reason.
Oh,
okay, you can text me back like at Messenger, like see.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I have to call my dad.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.